These are some of the common questions. Some are quite hysterical based on how they're being asked, except like minimum 2 of them at least are kind of decently legitimate questions. The other ones are just not really that thought out, if you catch my drift. I'm also going to include an extra bonus thing, how Lilith is associated with the Lover's card. You're probably thinking, how in the heck is she related to that? But I'll explain at the end, because good things come to those who wait. So, first question, and there's a total of 5. How come Lilith is known as a crone goddess, yet she doesn't have the appearance as one? And how is she a crone goddess as a seducer? Well, let's stop and think for a second here. What is a crone? A crone, stereotypically, yes, is an old figure, an elder figure, a hag figure, and just a really old figure, okay? How long has Lilith existed? Quite a long time. Longer than you, I can say that for sure. That being said, how is she considered a seducing themed goddess if she's old? I'm getting input, and I'll just say what she's wanting me to say. How long have I existed? Do you think I'm new here? Do you think I don't know how to do this? Come on, dearie. I really know how to tickle the sack, okay? Trust me. This isn't my first, incarnation or existence. Come on now. Trust me. I'm not new here. And how is she a seducer while being a crone? Let's just say, done it all, seen it all, honey. Trust me. I know every trick, trade, and how to make it even tingle. I know how to make any type of human tick. Make sense now? And going back to the concept of a goddess who seduces, you need to understand the art of seduction. The art of seduction relies on another person's imagination, or you're playing off of somebody's mind who can go over in so many different ways. That's why Lilith, when you work with her, she tends to interact with you in a way that goes, oh no, look at you. You're not... No, you can go ahead and do what you want to do. Don't worry. I was really convinced that you were going to be doing the best for you, but no, go do what you want. No, it's okay. No, it's not. You don't want to be your best, so go ahead and do what you want. No, honey, it's okay. Don't worry about it. That's how she interacts with you. She's in a way seducing you into stopping you from doing something that you should be doing. She's using your imagination to stop, think, and then try and piece together something. She's making you use your mind. She's making you think, which is a vital thing you need in this world. If you don't do that, okay, looks like you're coming back to being reincarnated again. I'm just saying. This one's one of my favorite ones, and it just irks me whenever I hear this one. Why is she related to harlots, whores, and sluts? Now let's take it back all the way back to Eden. Adam was told no. Adam threw a hissy fit. Usually when a woman denies a man any kind of sausage grabbing, no, I don't want that. Go away, you're creepy. Or I can guarantee you that happens every time. Deep at the core of it, what's the issue? The man isn't getting his thing gripped because the woman said no. So he insults her to make her feel bad for not doing it. Because really, to turn it around, if you're calling an individual that, you're clearly shooting yourself in the foot saying, I'm jealous because you're getting some and I'm not. Or, I'm just upset because I have an urge I can't take care of. And I'm going to try and insult you to make you feel bad about it. Well, for one thing, it isn't any other person's responsibility to grip yours. You have hands yourself. You can do it yourself. If you can't, you're going to have to work on these things. I'm just saying. Why do you need to rely on somebody else to give it to you? You shouldn't. Besides, it's more noble to actually work towards something and actually invest in something if you truly want something. And no, putting effort in just to get it and then go off to someone else. You gotta bear in mind though, because if you're gonna be putting effort towards someone just to have that, and then go off to somebody else, that is not how Lilith likes. Because in a way, you're kind of slapping the person that you're investing towards to help grip you. You're trying to actually get yourself satisfied, and as soon as it's done, you completely destroy them by dropping them. That's not a very humane thing to do. You have a very low energy want you want done and to obtain at the cost of somebody else's emotions. That's not really equal. Because if you generally do care about somebody, more than just having a feeling be gripped, don't you think, you'd be more of a human being than having just an urge satisfied? The best way to relate to it, put yourself in those shoes of the person that you invested towards, and then you just split from. How would that make you feel? How would it make you feel to know the fact that, hey, I know I spent a lot of time wasted with you, but I got what I wanted out of this, I'm done. That is seduction, yes, but with baneful and malefic intention put behind it. That's the same thing if you're calling Lilith a harlot or a whore or any kind of vulgar name like that. Again, that is not how Lilith operates. Lilith operates to have you step into your power, yours, not somebody else's, and take advantage of them. Because why would she push for someone to abuse another person when she was abused herself? My God. Speaking through again. Why in the heck would I make anybody else go through the exact same scenario as I did? Why? What good is going to come out of it? other than, you know, telling a big brother, nah, I'm not going to do as you say just because you have a beard and, you know, you're hypocritical. Hang on. This one's actually a legitimate question, and I can understand it. Why is she associated with snakes? Well, take the symbol of the snake. While I'm getting that and explaining, I'll get something else too. Lilith is an entity that when she moves or interacts or speaks, she does so in a way that has very much a flowing energy with precision, though, but it's also graceful. And when she strikes, she doesn't just like that. She has a really elegant flow to her, if that makes sense. Her energy is potent, but it flows. And then take a look at the symbolism of a snake. What does a snake do? It sheds its skin, which is symbolic of letting go of the old in order to transform into a better, healthier, stronger state. Just look exactly with the tale of Eden again. She had to shed her self that was abused, neglected, completely inconsidered, in order to step into her true power, and also teach a very harsh lesson to Adam regarding, you know, it's much more noble if you don't act like a child because you didn't get your sausage gripped, and it's definitely not impressive having daddy help you get it gripped either. Come on now, dude. Why don't you do it yourself? Just saying. There we go. And in the Dark Goddess Oracle, you can see that she has a snake in her skin, and the way this is depicted of her. See how there's the skin, and her skin kind of looks like snake skin. Because, with this depiction, I'm going to explain. She still has on that. I'm sorry for the glare. I'm trying to get. But you see, like how her skin is gray, and then it has like all the veins on it, like a snake. It's for that exact same reason. She's shedding away that side that she doesn't need anymore, that didn't serve her, and now she's stepping into her true sense of self. That's a very general and easygoing way of considering her as snakes, but also, just for one last tidbit for that, a snake is very aware, kind of like how an assassin is. What did Lilith do to Adam? She assassinated him when he least expected it. All alone, just, ugh, I'm getting too tired for this, and then, got him. You're not going to find that in any biblical work, any biblical writings, any Abrahamic writings. You're not going to find that. Coming again. Because why in the heck would religious men keep in the book about, oh, I don't know. Does the first man being taken out by the first woman, does that sound appealing to men? I mean, I'm just saying. They wouldn't want that. Because God forbid, you know, the woman takes out the man. God forbid. Oh, well, maybe he should have kept his hands to himself. Next question. Why is she so selective? Wow, she's really coming through. Why am I selective? Okay, let me ask you this. What can you do? Why should I work with you? What can you do, not only for me, but for yourself? Why don't you prove it to me that I should work alongside you? Prove it. Because if you have such confidence to work towards me, what is it? Where is it? It's kind of taking you about a few minutes or two to say why. Why? I mean, if I was wanting to work someone, I would say, oh, I don't know. I want that guy's sausage. I want it. I need help getting it. Sounds like fun. Let's go for it. But if you're just going to sit there like, no, not interested. That's how she is. You have to be immensely confident with yourself and stand strong, or even go towards her. Ask her in a way that also benefits her. Because if you're going to help her and you're asking for help, it goes hand in hand. But the real skill comes in when you actually try and make it seem like she's getting something good out of it, and make sure you uphold it. Because if you don't, ask Adam. The last question, and this one might be a little bit large of an answer. What's the difference between what I call construct Lilith and true Lilith? And how can we tell? Well, let's start. True Lilith is not intentionally malefic, intentionally baneful, intentionally destructive. She doesn't go off willy-nilly destroying and causing harm for no reason. It doesn't make sense to her. Why is she going to go after someone who she has never interacted with before? Construct Lilith is a man-made fiend, or a man-made construct that's intentionally used to cause damage, harm, havoc, or to deter anyone and everyone possible from true Lilith. Now, regarding what belief you believe in, if you're left-handed path, perfect. Right-handed path, whoop-de-woo, don't matter. But the idea is saying that Lilith is a being that goes out and kidnaps children, kills pregnant women, eats children, or any of the sort of that. You're talking about construct Lilith, honey. Anything man-made that is soul's purpose to deter how Lilith really is from believing the fact that she's baneful intentionally. Come on, dearie. And in the same way, the same thing kind of goes with the whole thing regarding the handmaiden with Inanna. Because you got to take a look at the incident. Lilith, or the Lulu, I can't pronounce it correctly, my apologies though, was actually living in a tree, and the tree was cut down because of Inanna's despair. I can't remember the main character's name off the top of my head, but either way, look at it this way. Why would I give my servitude to somebody who got sad and then have Gilgamesh come in and destroy my home? Why would I give my service to that? And really? You're going to make me look like a harpy? Really? Really? No. Oh, and furthermore, if you look, it calls me a demon. A baneful energy. That's usually what a demon's known. Something that is intentionally meant to plague, harm. You think I have time to do that, dearie? Okay, well, if you want it to be that way, fine. But don't blame me. You're the one who did it. But that's the idea. Lilith doesn't have time to be malefic and baneful. In fact, why would she act like that when it happened to her? Unjustly. It just doesn't make sense. And now for the bonus question. The Lover's card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Here's a good way of looking at it. You see the Adam and Eve figure, right? How about we just swap it up a little bit? Instead of seeing that as Eve, how about we say that's Lilith? And look how she's looking up at the divine figure, or quote-unquote God. And look at her hands, and look at her head looking right up at him. You can say that she's looking at God and going, really, dude? Are you for real? Really? You gotta be kidding me. You want me to lay down to that? Really? Do you not even care what I have to say? Well, aren't you just disrespectful and inconsiderate? Oh, and furthermore, yeah, I'm not feeling it. And the look on Adam's face over there? Yeah, no. No. He's kind of just staring right at me and kind of going, well, God's telling you to do it. Oh, sorry, not feeling it. You can find someone else to grip it. Oh, and by the way, that size isn't impressing. As well, if you notice in the Lover's card, there's the snake figure. So you can possibly say, like, well, isn't that like Satan or Lucifer? It can be. But at the end of the day, Lilith is a representation of the snake. That snake is telling her, shed this, get this off of you. Because the snake is going to her ear saying, get away from here. Your true power is in here. Don't let yourself be suppressed by something that clearly doesn't respect you. That makes you have to stop and think. Just because an authority figure tells you to do something and it doesn't have your best interest, doesn't mean you need to do it. Because if you really respect yourself, you would say, you want me to do what? This is my body, thank you very much, and I can decide what I can do with it, not you. You better or else. Or else what? What are you going to do to make me do something that I don't want to do? What are you going to do? Pretty much assault me by putting your hands on me? Trying to degrade me to make me feel bad about you being told no? Then what? Commit murder? Because I didn't comply with you? That's not really a just thing to do now, is it? Because when Lilith had children, God sent angels after her to come back to Eden, and she told them, so you birdmen want me to go back where? No, not feeling it. Just tell them to stop. Stop fanboying about me. It's not cute. You better come back with us or else. Or else what? Oh, you just killed 100 of my children, huh? Okay. So you kill my family because I said no to going back to being abused? Is that really a godly thing to do? I don't think so. But at the end of the day, that is another thing about how the Lover's card actually has indication of Lilith in it. So, I hope this was informative, and I really hope you've learned a more open way and have a more perspective of what Lilith really is and what she's not. And also have a better understanding that just because a Crone goddess doesn't look like an old figure, Crone doesn't mean old and haggy. It means experienced and not new here, and knows every little trick of the trade. So, see you in the next video.